Hey Andy, that's me. This episode is touching on trade shows. Just some thoughts as an exhibitor or a vendor, having done many of them myself. Trade shows are huge. They attract big foot traffic and attention. If you happen to have a booth because you got a good deal or solid value in being there, then this is your chance to shine. Paying big money for a booth, however, is not recommended or mandatory, unless you're going to clean up on the value of being there. And that is often where the big box companies and veterans jump all over, as they spend their big budgets that us mere mortals can only dream of. Damn them. Paying top dollar doesn't necessarily mean the best. FYI, the dynamic of interacting with so many people gives you the chance to test out different approaches to promoting your product or services and get instant feedback. There is a lot of Kool-Aid there though, so make sure you don't get sucked into a false sense of reality with all the praise, pats on the back just for showing up.
Oh yeah!
Be the innovator, be the sponge. Don't pass up any of the touch points that happen with your booth and how people react to it and you, as in you, at the booth, yourself. Mentioning you, let's talk about you. Once you have your booth and area set up and ready to go, do look prepared and be prepared for every damn question to come up. I've said this before, common sense, not so common. You'll have some of the most annoying people harping on you. You're gonna need to keep your composure. Polite etiquette is mandatory. So don't rage and flip tables and cuss with your finger in their face when they ask you for something super silly. Instead, take a breath and then go back to the grind. You'll never know if this ridiculous fool asking you stupid questions is the next Tony Stark billionaire who's probably gonna try and buy you out. This leads to the next popular saying that you all know: don't judge a book by its cover. Breath mints, deodorant, spit guard, had to mention that too. I was reminded of wanting to say that to some attendees, but even more important for you as a vendor, do dress appropriately. This tends to matter as well. Pajamas and baseball caps might not be the right fit unless you're at the pajamas and baseball cap convention. Also get info wherever you can. Collecting business cards from other booths and organizers is also very important. The more info you collect, the more value you may be able to glean from this show in sales, referrals, contacts, leads, and etc. We talked about you, time to talk about your home base, your booth. You don't need the biggest booth. It does come at some cost. Size does matter on your wallet, but you should work with what you have efficiently. If you have a simple desk or table spot, may not win over the walking herds of people. But if you have a standard space that can accommodate a handful of people, may win some hearts and minds. If you want to splurge and get a decent or big space, fill it and fill it well. Think always of the audience and how they look at your space and what you're offering. Wow factor is everything. So if you provide something to capture that attention, it'll pay for itself. But there's still points to be earned with good branding and design. It all ties in together. Promise me, pinky swear with me that you're gonna get good or decent signage and nice takeaway by way of flyer or nice brochure. Sorry, that HP all-in-one is not going to help you here. If you want to know about that HP all-in-one, I talk about it in great detail in my other video, which applies here, about print. Do I really need to mention this HP all-in-one again? No. Everybody loves free. Trade shows are like adult Halloween of the day. Instead of cavity-causing candy, you're getting bags of weird promotional items. I've often gotten swept up in the booth-to-booth collection of things that I rarely need, but admire at the moment. Hey, did you need 1,000,000 pens? How about stress balls? Lanyards? For days. Me, I like the simple branded water bottle. It's classy and it's always useful. They're a little pricey, but they never go to waste and they always look professional. It's a great conversation piece, and it will rarely earn a negative response or decline. Mandatory business cards. Yours. Have a lot and be ready to ask for one in exchange. Trade shows are like schools of fish that you have to cycle through. I often gauge the success of my participation at the trade show by how many business cards I've collected versus how many business cards I've given away. Not everyone will be a decision maker or be in the market for what you're peddling. When I think about being at a show, I consider all the people I've met and had a real chat or interaction with. And imagine that 10 to 15% of those people are going to be good prospects or leads. Then take that and cut that in half. You now have 5 to 7.5% of people that are probably going to be actual sales for you. Everyone else, you should try to keep good relationships with. They might turn into a real deal for you later. That's bonus. I can't stress enough the great data collection you get from being an exhibitor. The impact on your business could be substantial, as this crowd is often ready to spend some real money if they believe in your product or service and in you. Though whenever I've been at a trade show, it's been for planning sales and contracts for coming up in the short term. It is not recommended to lobby for business as an attendee. Not having a booth gives you no skin in the game. Any other booth that you approach is probably going to look at you as a weasel or not credible. And they're there to earn business from you, not the other way around. You'll have an even harder time trying to earn business from other attendees if you didn't pay to play. However, it's a great idea to check out what's going on in your area of interest. You might find new ideas that are going to evolve your offerings. Just don't straight out copy someone else. That's just rude. Not all trade shows garner the foot traffic they deserve, like the pajama and baseball cap convention. Just use your best judgment to decide which area or which trade show is going to be where you want to place your well-earned dollars. A $10,000 booth may not be as beneficial as a $600 booth by the food court. Location, location, location. Track all of your neighbors, amenities, and flow of people. It also plays a big part in your success at the show. Hopefully I've given you some food for thought and have prevented some disasters and missed opportunities for you. And that was this week's rant. So please be sure to like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, and see you at the next rant. And don't fuck it up. It's not the end of the world if you do, I just don't want you to.